Golden, I presume.
Renee!
Well, this certainly looks official.
Well, it should. This is the official Serenity Springs Test Laboratory. It does look official, right?
Yeah,
Real?
yeah, it looks fine, but I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Renee, we are almost at the finish line. Carlo's just dying to get his parched lips wrapped around some of our spring water.
Ha, very funny.
No, really. He came by the other day, offered $1 million for research. I turned it down, of course.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to know anything more about this. It's called plausible deniability. Did you ever hear that? I just wish I hadn't been told anything right from the beginning.
Renee, I'm telling you, he is so desperate for a cure that soon I will be a rich man, and Carlo will be making a down payment on all his dirty deeds. Maggie's speaking with him right now.
Maggie? Mm-hmm. Forget plausible deniability. What in the Sam Hill is Maggie doing with Carlo?
Beating the hook and dangling it right in his face.
Okay, see, the thing is, I'm pretty sure you understand that what I'm about to do involves a little shading of the truth, which you could call lying. But I'm really not doing it for the money, Lord. Well, I am, and I want a great new school for my kids, but the real reason I'm doing this is because I'm hoping to save a soul. And believe you me, this soul needs a lot of saving, so... Okay.
Antonio, one moment. For work well done.
What's this?
It's a bonus.
For what?
I turned a handsome profit on that privately imported figurine. And I believe in rewarding talent.
I did my job. Pay me for that. I don't want this.
I want you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Take pride in your work.
Let me help you. Andy. Why are you leaving Antonio? What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same. Can this happen twice in a lifetime?
I suppose we're going to fill this with the same spring water that we've been selling by the quart for years. The same water that has cured only thirst.
Of course not. Renee, this test tube will be filled with water from a new source just recently discovered and tapped right here at Serenity Springs and currently being tested for its amazing healing powers. Of course, no public claims will be made until such time as this phenomenon can be thoroughly researched.
Of course. What was I thinking?
And about right now, yes, Maggie should be doing her snake oil pitch, I should say her spiritual consultation with Carlo.
You make spiritual guidance sound so tawdry.
Makes you want to go back to church, doesn't it? Well, listen, I got to shake a leg here. By now, she's completely convincing Carlo that our water is the only hope for a miraculous cure for that insidious disease that is eating away his life. So, listen, hate to run, but Harvey, turn on the miracle cure. See, we got it. Come on, Dr. Buchanan. I'm in a rush here. Give me a little hand. What, you never wanted to play Kim Lab?
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I am not going to visit you in jail, Max, surrogate son or no surrogate son, and you are going to miss me a lot.
Oh, relax, Renee. I'm the good guy, remember? Besides, I've got God on my side.
Oh, you do you?
Well, by way of proxy.
It's a bonus.
And I told you I don't want it.
Antonio, get that.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Mr. Hesser. He's requested my spiritual counseling.
Spiritual? You a nun?
Go figure, yeah. Sister Maggie Carpenter, Daughters of Holy Charity.
Antonio, let the good sister in. I asked her to drop by and share her knowledge of the Lord's ways with me.
Okay. Whatever. Good luck, sister.
Oh, thank you. Well, maybe we should start with a prayer.
A prayer?
Yes, to ask the Lord to be with us.
No insult. But I'm sure he is, sister. And I'd rather get right to the point. Sister, I am a man in need of a miracle.
Why is that?
Another time. The point is, I need to know, in the name of God, whether the water at Serenity Springs is the miracle I need.
Well, Mr. Hesser,
Carlo, please.
I have to warn you in the name of God that there are no miracles without confession and forgiveness of sin.
I went to write something down at the community center, and I found this. I couldn't believe my eyes.
I must have left it there earlier.
You've been here before? How did you find this place?
You led me here.
I let you here. I've never been here before tonight.
No, but I took off in the car for a while. I wanted to get away from everything that was going on, and I got lost in the fog. So I pulled off to the shoulder of the road, and as I was looking through the fog, you appeared. I mean, it was a hallucination or something. I don't know, but it seemed very real.
Margaret, are you all right?
Yeah, I think it's just the stress.
So you kept driving?
No, I got out and I started walking. But every time I caught up to you, you disappeared, so I just kept walking. And then I saw a light, and it was this place. It was the Wild Swan. I thought I was losing my mind. So I took off, and... well, it wasn't until today when I found the matchbook that I realized that it was real.
Well, no wonder I had to find this place. And today.
Why today?
Well, because today, for the first time, I saw the note that you sent the night that Dylan collapsed. and I was waiting up on Lantana Mountain.
What?
Blair intercepted it. I never saw it. Strange, isn't it? And that I would get the note today, and after all this time, you, by the same token, would stumble into this place in the fog.
Why is this happening?
I don't know. Fate?
I don't know.
Destiny?
Think?
Well, maybe it's the moon. That old devil of a moon. Whatever it is, something doesn't want us to be apart.
There we are. Some Irish tea for yourself.
Thank you.
And a dollop of Irish whiskey for himself.
God bless you, Thomas. Why don't you join us?
Well, I will for a bit. I have a lot to see to. This young lady will fill you in as how I came to be within 5 miles of Landview. But what do you think of the new Swan? Is it as grand as the old one?
It's uncanny. It's almost identical.
It was no small task replicating the old Swan.
It's just like it.
Well, the old place had the magic. And you can't tell with magic. It goes where it wants. You can't install magic with the fixtures.
Well, it seems pretty magical to me.
Oh, that's it, Patrick. I wasn't sure at all that the magic had followed me across the ocean. Until I saw you two meet here again. Now, as sure as there's a full moon shining upon us, I'm sure the old magic is upon us too.
And someone in my position, constantly being harassed, accused. A man of some means, I'm sure you understand. And I am someone who keeps his own counsel.
Of course.
Good. Now, may we dispense with the confessionals and get back to the water at Serenity Springs?
Carlo, the water at Serenity Springs has nothing to do with your spiritual well-being. Shouldn't we be talking about you?
Sister, I'm going to be blunt. I am a man in need of help. Deep need. I fear I'm seriously ill.
Very, very sorry to hear that.
So was I.
Times of trial can also be times of great spiritual growth.
I'm not interested in spiritual growth right now. I'm interested in getting well.
I understand.
Good. So now, can we get back to the waters? I have to know
Have you ever thought, though, that maybe your illness is a reflection of, might be compounded by some inner sickness of the soul? And perhaps if you confess your sins, whatever's weighing heavy on your heart.
Fine. I've done some bad things in my life. I regret them deeply. But at this point in my life, I'm focusing on hope. I need the reality of miracles. Do you believe the water at Serenity Springs can heal?
I believe God works in mysterious ways, Mr. Henry.
No platitudes, please. And stop hedging your bets, sister. Just tell me the truth. My life may be hanging in the balance. What is the story about the water?
I understand if you want to talk about this. I won't intrude in your private. Oh, Andy. My heart is breaking. I know how much you and Antonio love each other.
Sometimes love just isn't enough.
But how can that be true? We're just very different, Antonio and me. How? Are you your personalities, your backgrounds, what?
Oh, well,
You know, I remember when he used to tell me that he couldn't be with a woman who wasn't a Latina. And then he met you. And then he gave you these.
love's funny, isn't it? I mean, you always believe that it's forever.
Sometimes it can be. Even if you're separated.
We just need a little distance. Right now.
Okay, I won't press you for any answers. Even though I have to know. Look at your face. Oh, Andy. Has my son done something to give you this much grief?
It's really complicated, Carla. But I can't tell you how much it means to me that you care. I mean, you always cared, but every...
The air conditioning guy's at the diner. He wants to know where you want him to put that other vent for the new system.
Well, I guess he should put it wherever it can do the most good. And I guess he knows where that is better than I do.
So, you're getting a new air conditioner. That's great. I know that the old one was giving you problems a month ago, you know. I mean, there's nothing like the month of July to show you how hot it is.
Andy.
Listen, you know, I'm always doing that. I'm always just putting too much stuff in these bags like that, and and there I am. I mean, I'm going to be fine now. My car's just around the corner, so...
Is there anything else I can do?
I'll call. Thanks.
Talk. That's all I can say. Just talk.
What did you tell her?
That, I'm moving out.
That's all?
I didn't go into the details. I didn't tell her that I took a leave. I didn't tell her anything. How long do you think you can go on fooling her, if you're even fooling her at all? She's going to keep asking questions, and sooner or later she's going to ask you something that you can't answer. And what are you going to do when she finds out the truth? That you sold your soul to the devil. This is going to break her heart.
Sister, you've sworn your life to God. Whatever you say, I'll believe. All the waters at Serenity Springs capable of healing.
Thou dost make springs break out in the gullies so that their water runs between the hills. From thy high pavilion, thou dost water the hills. The earth is enriched by thy provision.
Yeah, but what about the healing?
The earth is full of thy creatures. When thou takest away their breath, they fall and return to the dust from which
I know about the dust to dust, but what about the healing, curing?
from which they came. And when thou breathest into them, givest them new life. Amen.
Thank you so much for delivering the message.
I am so glad that the scriptures answered your questions as it answers all of our questions.
More than I can say. But now I know. I do need that. I do need that water. Sister Maggie, I have one last favor to ask of you.
Absolutely, ask away.
Now, would you intercede with Max Holden
Oh,
Get him to give me some of that water. You could present it as a dire need for a friend. Don't mention my name, you understand. How could he say no?
you don't want Max to know the truth about your illness?
Sometimes we have to say the truth. You understand.
I do.
Oh, excellent. Then, you'll help me get some of the water.
I guess I could try.
You try.
Well, that's all one can do is to try and hope.
You know, sister, I've examined that school where you teach.
Billington? Really?
Yes. And I've noticed that it's seems to be falling apart. I don't believe my $50,000 donation will even make a dent.
Well, it was still very much appreciated.
I was thinking, perhaps a larger contribution is needed. What do you think it would take to make Billington a wonderful place for the children to learn?
Oh, I was just discussing that with someone. Actually, we, decided on $10 million.
10 million. Well, consider that my donation.
What?
You see, I thought that would give you pleasure. I'm a very rich man, sister. And I never leave a favor unrewarded. So, you will go now to Max and get some water samples. Not mentioning my name, of course.
Mr. Hesser. Carlo, what the heck? You know, why don't you go with me and you can wait outside and I'll have a private word with Max and who knows, maybe you'll have some good news by the end of the evening.
Oh. God bless you, Sister Maggie.
So much like Ireland, I thought maybe it was Maxwell or Ivers coming to scare us to death.
Well, let's be glad the magic doesn't bring back the dead.
I've never seen anything like the Men of 21. All that they're willing to do in the name of what? Patriotism?
Well, their work was a success. The Irish peace is dead.
Ah, maybe it's just slumbering.
Yeah, let's hope so. But the Men of 21 are still out there. And someday I'll prove that Carlo Hesser's behind the whole bloody lot of them.
Now, this is not the night for such memories. This is a happy night. Would you have a go at the piano?
Oh gosh, I haven't played in such a long time.
Now, just the time to limber up, isn't it?
Same one. This is the same piano.
Couldn't leave it behind, could I? Now, it hasn't been touched since across the Atlantic. I think to liven it up, it needs your loving touch. Forgive my intrusion, but that piece you just played is so beautiful. And beautifully played.
Thank you.
You know, your eyes sparkle like the dew on the morning grass.
Spent much time at the Blarney Stone, did you?
It's a lucky man that wins your heart.
Wow, that's beautiful. How'd you do that?
We all have our gifts. Now you keep this. Put it next to your ear and you can hear all the magic of the Irish Sea.
Your mother's a smart woman. She's gonna find out who you're working for.
Yeah, well, I'll handle that when it happens.
Sooner or later, this is gonna get you. And it's gonna change your life forever. Lying to the people that love you most. It'll destroy you. I gotta go.
Please. I gave those to you out of love. Keep them. Look, you need help getting your stuff in the car.
No, I'll be fine. Just go. All right, he's inside waiting. He's probably trying to hear every word we say.
All right, good work.
He wants me to talk you into giving me some samples, not to mention his name, you know?
What, he doesn't want me to know that he's sick?
I'm supposed to be getting for a friend of mine. Look, I don't like lying. Please.
Free samples? Maggie, what, are you out of your mind? No, I don't care who your friend is. The answer is no.
Come on, Max. My friend is dying.
Everybody's dying. What do I care? Forget about it. You bet your bottom dollar that I'm not handing out anything free here.
Why do you have to be so greedy? Huh? I mean, human beings are God's creatures.
I don't see him.
Well, he's there. Trust me.
I'm a human being, too, I'll have you know. And I have a chance to get rich here. Really rich. I've been offered millions. Are you sure?
Yeah, Max, Max, you came with me.
Okay, tell you what. Follow me. Oh, and do that pleading act. I really like that. Where is he? I thought you said he was in there.
Well, he was. I told him to wait there. Obviously, he heard you telling me how you weren't going to give me any samples, and he took off.
So we set this whole thing up for nothing. He was supposed to overhear us casually walk in, make an offer, and I was supposed to turn him down. Obviously, you weren't very convincing, were you? Otherwise, never ask a nun to lie for you. Even for a good cause. Look, I don't want to do any finger pointing here.
Really?
But no, really. But why don't you go find him, see what happens?
No. No. I've done my part. I'm going home.
Fine. Go home. Oh, my God.
What?
There are 2 test tubes missing.
Missing?
Gone.
It was my abuela's. My grandmother's. She gave it to me to give to the woman I love.
the Irish Seas.
Yeah, listen. I'm not really sure that I understand what's going on tonight. Or what's going to happen from here, but I know this is one of the most wonderful nights of my life.
And there'll be more.
Can there be?
Dance with me. I tried to cut you out of my heart. Oh, love is a crooked thing. There's nobody wise enough to find out all that is in it. For he would be thinking of love till the stars had run away, and the shadows eaten the moon.
How do you know the rack was full to begin with?
I know because I filled the rack up myself, and I know who took it to. Some dog you were supposed to have on a leash.
What? He's not a trained dog, Max. So obviously he heard us talking and he took a sample. Now my question to you was, where was your security? Unless you had some big scary guard who was going to protect your miraculous tap water.
I do have a guard. But it's not like Carlo never slipped by someone in the uniform before. Oh, boy. If he has that water tested and finds out it's just spring water, we're dead meat.
What do you mean, we, Waterman?
Antonio, how you doing? I've been better, man. Hey, did I see Andy leave your place with a suitcase before? She going on a trip? No, we split up. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. You look pretty busted up. Hey, sometimes it just doesn't work out, even if you really love someone. Yeah. How's Sandy? Not too good. He was looking so well. It's like that. Now his doctor wants him to start this new AIDS treatment program. Yeah, they're coming up with new stuff all the time. New and expensive stuff. Sometimes I just think they jack up the prices. I don't know. What drives me crazy is the little insurance we have doesn't cover the treatment. So what are you gonna do? I mean, you can't pass up the chance for him to get better. Yeah, but I can't pull money out of thin air either. What's this? Antonio, I can't take this. Please. I don't need it. You and Sandy do. And besides, I mean, what good is money if you can't help your friends, right? Help? Antonio, this is all the help we could have dreamed of. I pray that's true. I'm gonna go tell Sandy. Go ahead, man. And, tell him to keep the hope, okay? Thank you. Don't forget this, man.
Don't give me any trouble, okay, Antonio? But you and I are going to take a little trip down to the station house.
I'm under arrest.
Nah, come on, let's not get bogged down in a lot of technicalities at this point. We just have a whole lot to talk about, so come on. Come on, let's go.
Go. Will you meet me here again?
What we have is too strong and too right for me not to.
I knew that from the first time I saw you.
Well, I guess I knew it too, no matter what I said. When I think back to Ireland, those few days that we shared, it was a fairy tale. So beautiful and scary, powerful.
It was real.
It must have been. Because I live every day with the love that I found there. I know what I have to do. I'll stay with Dylan until he's strong enough. And
I'll wait. It takes my whole life.